We are back on the town hall with a topic we know a lot of you care about, recycling. Local company Sun King says a large-scale e-recycling event that's scheduled for this weekend in West Seneca may be the last of these types of events that it can ever host. And as we hear from Channel 2's Dave McKinley right now, the company says this is due to a change in state law, which goes into effect come the first of the year.
It's something that a lot of people are still trying to figure out.
Starting in January, a clarification goes into effect of the state's Equipment Recycling and Reuse Act. Past 12 years ago, it required manufacturers to provide free and convenient recycling of electronic waste to consumers. But in the time since, the DEC found that even if manufacturers weren't directly charging consumers, the recyclers that the manufacturer was using were charging municipalities and collection sites to cover their costs, and in turn, those collection sites were charging consumers to cover theirs.
$5, $10, whatever it would be.
So it wasn't as free as it was supposed to be.
What this does is it makes sure that nobody has to pay for recycling any of their residential electronics.
But if Sun King can't cover its costs to stage these large-scale recycling events, and no one else, like a town or a village, can cover theirs to host them through, for example, a convenience fee, Sun King says such events, like the one scheduled in West Seneca this weekend,
About 2,000 people have registered to show up.
may be over.
And these events were always something where we don't necessarily make a lot of money on these. These are more of a public service.
Which sometimes raised money for charity. Instead, Sun King says it will expand the number of drop-off sites it currently has.
And I want to say there's about 100 or so here in Buffalo area. And, you know, these are partnerships with like Goodwill. These are partnerships with other companies as well. They're drop-off sites. They just take it, they hold it, we come pick it up from them.
Another reason, they say, which may make the big recycling events less practical.
While we're opening hundreds of drop-off locations near your home for free, are people going to want to wait 6, 7 months for our next drop-off event that usually hosts 2,000 people?
So he mentioned there that this is a public service, right? We can't lose sight of the fact that this is a company, right?
Of course.
They can't operate for free.
Yeah, right. It is a business. And there's two primary ways their bread is buttered, Michael. First, from the stuff they take in, which is actually still working, or with a little TLC can be repaired and then sold as new. They have an entire division which does that. Anything else, of course, there's certain materials within the recyclables that can be stripped and scrapped. And by the way, we should say here, they haven't entirely ruled out holding large-scale events like this in the future, but they say they may go down from having several a year to maybe just one.
And the worry here is that people aren't going to do it the right way if it's not made easy for them, like these big recycling events, right?
Well, and that's why their strategy here is to open up more partnerships with Goodwill and other places where you would take stuff and it could be a drop-off center. And the point he was making also is that if we have 100 of these places already, if we have 100 more, it's right around the corner from your house. Yeah. You got the day off on Thursday. You're going to take the old vacuum cleaner there. It's not going to take up space in the garage anymore for 6 months waiting for the next big recycling event. So if that's the case, and they have the ability to have all these sites, when you could just take it whenever you want, then how practical would a big scale event be?
I never get a Thursday off, Dave, but I do have a vacuum that needs taken, so I'll get it on the weekend.
I'm surprised, you know, how time you use it.
Thanks, Dave.
Wooten.